Good morning, welcome on board of Yabá. I have made a little to-do list today. On that list, there are just the things that I think are the next steps to get this boat launched, as in mostly being what's close or under the waterline. So I'm gonna go over and check if the through holes have been welded and extended so we can put the bilge pump through holes in, get that ordered ASAP so you can get it. Prepare chain plates and install. The anti-fouling should arrive today or tomorrow, which is very exciting. We have a muffler for our exhaust. It came with the boat, it's a fiberglass one, and it was stored next to the boat for a very long time. However, MP had a look at it and shook it, and it had some water bottles in, so we managed to take them out, but I still want to just cut the top off and make sure there's no other trash in there. And now fiberglass it shut and then we can install it. Front and back diesel tank support and add rubber. So the diesel tank has been placed, however it can still slide forwards and backwards. It needs to be strapped down, and also I want to place some rubber matting between the diesel tank and the wood. One of the things I want to do is I need to attach a stainless steel wire from the tip of the bowsprit down to almost the waterline there under the boat. I don't know if you can see from there, but we've got the back stay running up to the main mast, and we've got a stay running to the foremast, and then we've got a stay inside the furling system to the bowsprit, and that of course is going to put so much tension pulling the bowsprit up, so we're going to need that as well. There is going to be one issue about doing all those jobs and also our timeline, as the weather of course is not going to be on our side this week. How about that? It says it's going to rain every day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, rain. As you can see inside, MP is already ready to work with our batteries. What is the plan?
Well, my dad and I will be responsible for the electric connections, adding the wires, making them 24-volt banks, and connect them to the rest of the system. And your job will be to make them firm in place. Of course, I'm going to help you. We have to carry them there and add some support. So I think you'll be more the mechanic part, and I'll be more the electric part.
Okay, so as we have a lot of wood in this shipyard, I think what we're going to have is little fastened wood onto the inside here, which is going to make sure they don't shift left, right, forwards and back, and then we'll have them all strapped down as well. Is that the plan?
I think so.
So let's start with just the floor supports, and then we'll see how we strap them down.
As the batteries are like the most important thing of the whole system, I was kind of dreading doing them because I want to be feeling more ready, but I think the next step is having the batteries in place so we can continue from that. So I think no more dreading this, it's time to do it. And actually it's not something I want to dread because I'm so excited to see them in place and working. It's just that I'm still a little bit scared, but it's gonna be fun.
$120 by 60. 120 by 60. Like holding them like that, and then we might have one here and one here. One in between each one? Yeah, it fits. So what's that? 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 60 and 2 of 120. So let's go and sort that out first. There are days, or especially sunny days, where there's a lot to do and everyone's very excited and the neighbors are working and there's lots of tools going on, and it really helps with the mood and the motivation. And then there's days like today where I just feel tired, everything's wet, can't do any of the jobs that you planned, But luckily there's always something to do, but it's definitely not as easy as days where the sun is shining. Even if it is sweaty, it's just tough, you know. You probably know how it feels. This is the plan for now. I'm just going to tidy them up a bit, maybe round some edges a tiny bit just for the grinder. But this is just going to be the main sitting area or placement of the batteries. So they're going to be screwed down. This prevents most of it from not sliding forwards, backwards, left or right, whatever. And then they're all going to be strapped down still. So we'll probably still have some stainless little rings, like to put straps through. That's going to entitle the batteries down to the flooring or to even the floor beams, which would be quite good. But this is just something that we're going to put on now, and then we can see where the batteries are going to fit and where we're going to put those straps.
Hello.
What are you doing there? Quick sand just to get these up and then we're done.
Hello. Ai, coitada. So wet. Oh, hi, my pobrecita. This guy as well with this rain.
That should work. I've got a couple of layers of paint on these battens. This is purely, well, kind of aesthetics, but also you don't want it to get all stained and colored under the seat. While that's curing, drying, setting, I'm gonna have to find something else to do because those batteries cannot stay there for much longer. They have to go under this bench to continue on the electrics. The only thing we can do is wait for it to cure, and then I'm going to, in the meantime, head over to the forward starboard head. I put the two elbow connectors on the port one already, and as I had just applied the caulking on the through hull, I didn't want to be like putting lots of stress on it. And then I'm going to put the elbow connectors on, elbow joints, the hose connectors and the valves, and then one thing at a time.
we're doing now is connecting, you cannot tell, but this is the links, but we removed the lid, and we're gonna install the MPPT to it. We still don't have solar panels, so we still are not gonna continue from here to nowhere, because that doesn't exist yet, but at least this will be connected and we're not just wasting time. So the terminal here is different. It's one for a screw like this, and this one will just go up. I'll make it tight, black for negative, red for positive, and then we should be good to go. I don't know where, but somewhere.
That's it.
I really love this tool because it doesn't make you go too much, so you don't break any screw, but it's super tight. Okay, now we're giving power to the MPPT, so whenever we have the solar panels, it will actually work. So I think now the buttons have dried, so we can install the batteries into place and continue from there. Very good. I hope you guys are agreeing with me as I'm saying this. Okay, who's ready for batteries?
Lots of you mentioned about a black water tank. We will be having a black water tank, which is going to go here. Between these frames or those frames, we're going to start very soon, hopefully. Of course, it's not going to allow us to float, but it would be nice to have a head or a toilet in here. So that's something that we are going to start working on once we've got all the under the waterline stuff sorted. Now I had a hose connector here and it has disappeared. I'm going to look for it and I will install it. I'm always leaving these shut, no matter what. When we launch, they're all going to be shut. And like absolutely everything, and then bit by bit we can open them once we've launched and do our tests, see if any are leaking. You don't want to have like all of them open, launch, and have 5 of them leaking. Worst case scenario, you know what I mean? So install them all, even when the hoses are connected and everything, just shut everything and done. Two more valves in place, nice and sturdy. I still add the liquid gasket, excessive, but I don't know. Last thing I want is a leak. So you can see that there is a hose connector missing here. It is in the boat. I've just got to go and find it. In the meantime, I'm going to go and check if let's go and see if those buttons are slightly dry, or at least dry enough to start fastening in place. Who knows? Look at all that. That's quite good. Okay. I think I'll give that another 5, maybe 10 minutes. Coffee break, everyone's going to take it at 3:30, so I think after the coffee break we'll put them in place. Maybe have the batteries installed by the end of the evening. Either way, I'm going to take a cutter down and clean up all the Sikaflex that I didn't tidy up after installing the through holes, which I should have, but I'm going to do it right now. Finally, this is progress. Try and guess what color anti-fouling we're gonna have, or bottom paint. Comment below.
As you can tell, our anti-fouling has arrived, the primer and the anti-fouling itself. But as you can also tell, it's raining and we cannot work on any of this yet. But whenever it's sunny, we will start working on our hull, and I'm very excited to see. I cannot even imagine looking at Yabá and having her with two tones. I think the moment I'm doing it, okay, because I'm doing it, but I think the day after, when I arrive and I see Yabá with two colors, I'm gonna freak out because I will have like an identity crisis. But anyway, I'm super excited to see this in place, but it's gonna take a lot of work and also a lot of prayers for good weather.
Yeah, it was like when we were so used to seeing the boat epoxied, and then we had it white. That was also a big change.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do we have? We have the primer, bronze, anti-fouling, or bronze.
No, the bronze is the primer.
Oh, there we go. And some diluentes.
Yeah, thinners.
So thinner. So yeah, let's hope for better weather. It's literally raining really hard now. It's coming this way. Look over there, it's raining hard, and here it's not.
Yeah, so let's rush. It's coming,
It's coming, let's go in.
We have all these.
Bye, good luck. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it.
33?
We have them all. So 20 cans of primer and anti-fouling stored until the rain stops. 3 cans of thinner, diluente. I'm so excited to do this. I've got a few more steps to do on the underwater line, like very few, and then this can literally just go on. However, that is to be done before going into the water. We don't want to be doing this while here, so it means we're going onto the crib next door soon. We have to start preparing for that as well, and that is so cool. Our boat hasn't moved for how long now? Very, very long, and now it's gonna move. For 2 years it hasn't moved?
And a half, I think.
2.5 years it's just been here, and it's gonna be pushed to the side, old school Stonehenge way, you know, like, and then that. I'm going to call these the primary support buttons of the battery, because they are literally going to just hold and decide where these batteries are going to be in place without sliding. So I'm going to start deciding where the batteries are going to go and fasten these down. Also, these floor planks were initially made to be lifted. However, now we're going to have batteries on them, and we're probably not going to be lifting them anytime soon with those batteries on. We've given it a good clean underneath, and I think we should just fasten these down so we can fasten the batteries to the planks and the planks to the floor beams, and that's going to help us out a lot. So first things first, I'm going to just get some screws, an impact driver, and work on that. So the 4 batteries are going in like this with the terminals facing the purple hot wall. And then that's the way we're going to also do the wiring, or at least in Orlando we're going to do the wiring. So we're going to put the first battery in, draw where it's going to end, something like that, and then slide the battery back, screw that on, and then we can start putting one by one in place. So this is where they're going to be, nicely snug. We could tuck them all the way back, but then we'd have less access to the terminals. Also, there'll be lots of dead space there anyway. So this way they're further here, you can easily get access. Now what I have to do though is I want to put this one in first. I don't have to, I just need to figure out how we're going to put these battens down. First thing I'm going to do is draw a line where they all are. So, okay, this gives us a little bit of space to just work around with the battens and slide the batteries. Now I'm going to need one more long one, LP, please, and then I can sandwich them already. Thank you. First battery in place, squished. Now we're going to work our way that way by putting one of these, sandwiching that battery in, then another battery, and then one of these, until we're done. Bless you. Next battery. We are going to interrupt this to show you America's funniest videos, Brazil's funniest animals. What's this?
Are you sitting? What's that?
We've still got one battery to go and we've still got to strap them down, but how cool does that look?
Too cool! I'm so excited.
I think that's it. We have all 4 batteries in place. We do need to fasten it down still, like downwards, but I can tell you they're not going forwards, backwards, left or right. You'd have to really try, but we're going to strap them down still. And this is a huge step and a really big step, even assuming it was raining and we didn't have much to do today.
Yeah, I think we don't need to strap them now because we still need to connect everything, and I think if they're loose, if we want to move anything, it will be easier. But you did a very good job with the supports. I'm very happy. And now you open the door for Orly and I to do the connection.
And now we are going to close the door because we're leaving.
And we're calling it today.
I thought the ceiling was dripping, but it was from my hair onto my nose. I was like, oh no, another leak. Anyway, let's shut this down, shut this off, shut it out. And then, look at that. Thank you so much, Battleborn. This is gonna make us very happy once it's all connected.
Good night, girls. See you tomorrow. And bye to you. Also see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much if you've already subscribed and liked, because it really means a lot to us and it's really motivating us to get these daily episodes coming. It's a lot of effort, but we love doing it, and I think it might be fun for you guys to see exactly what happens. On a rainy day like today, I was really worried we won't get anything done, but look. Hasta mañana.
Hasta mañana.